I got the new B&M set. If I just adjust the lighting a little bit, you can see it. There we go. Yeah, on the workbench today we have the new B&M set, and behind it you can see the old B&M set from about 15 years ago from Forbidden Planet. Now immediately, as you can see, this has all been changed, so it's now more of a grey colour. It's got a gunmetal in the eyes and in the mouth, giving it more definition, and it's got the hunchback, which is what they had. Whether that had something to do with the gun, or whether it's actually, it might be the for holding the pack on, I don't know. But yeah, there you go. That's it. There's no point going into articulation, I think, because it's all very simple stuff. It's all just basic move. There's no ball joints or anything like that. All these tubes and stuff restrict movement a bit anyway. I mean, you get some movement. I mean, you can get some movement out of it. What's really cool is you get these articulated, I'll get that in focus there. These articulated hands, so they're actually doing something, which is different. Normally you just get wide open palms or fists, but you can recreate that famous shaking the shoulders and giving Tom Baker a massage, couldn't you? You could that sort of thing. So yeah, so there's the original. In fact, just to give you a better idea, if I bring his hands back down and I put him there, here's one we had earlier. This one is the original that I bought separately because I never wanted to open the box. Now I don't have to. You can see in his face here, it focuses. Yeah, you can see that there's the darkness. If I put them side by side, you can see straight away the differences. He hasn't got any blackwash in his mouth or in his eyes. This is too dark. Shouldn't be black. And will it work now? No, they just spring back. The legs are permanently akimbo on that fella. But you can see that this is a much brighter silver on this. I don't know if that's coming out. It's a really nice, highly polished silver. Really shiny. That one is a little more black. This one is, I don't know, it's flatter. It looks, see the difference in the shine there. Yeah, you can see the difference. The other difference that's now been done is, as I say, that's black there, and it's now goldish, sort of green sort of colour has been added, which it wasn't on the prop. Nicely now we get these darkened guns, so they stand out a lot more, and the 4 buttons they use for firing. Yeah, and the first time we ever got a cyber leader. So the good thing with the posing is it's just enough for you to do the hands on hips, because this was the first time they went a bit emotional for a logical race. If I move him over to the side and you can just look in there, you can see the 2 different ones there. Unfortunately, it's that packaging where it's just stuck to the back, so I couldn't get to keep the backdrop, which is a shame because I would like to have done. And it's a great set. And if I may bore you for a minute, I mean this, I'll insert a photograph of the chest unit prop that somebody has. But this unit is this story is one of the first stories, in fact was the first story I had on VHS, so I'm full of sentimentality for it. I like it as a story as well. I don't understand the bad press it gets. I need that explaining to me. Like Death to the Daleks was another one I got on VHS back in the day. Love it. What's not to love? it could be better, but it's the BBC and it's Doctor Who. If they turned the lighting down and it was darker and more in shadows and stuff, it'd have been great, but that's just not what it was. So what these are is, funnily enough, Death of the Daleks and Revenge of the Cybermen were the same Bryant, wasn't it? The same director. I can get that in focus. There you go. So this chest unit is ancient. So these are I think there were 3 Cybermen in the story, or was there 4? I think it was 3 or 4, wasn't there? Because there wasn't a lot of costumes, and it's a mid-season journey. It wasn't supposed to be the season finale, and it's just to quickly reintroduce the Cybermen that hadn't been seen for 7 years. Helps get Tom Baker over as the Doctor, even though didn't really need any help, but it was thought that'd be an idea, and they hadn't been seen, and they were a fan favourite. Yeah, we won't see him again for another 7 years until 1982. Between 1969's The Invasion and 1982's Earthshock, that's 14 years, there was only one Cyberman story. This one. That's it. So, the only 70s Cyberman, because John Pertwee's third Doctor never saw the Cyberman. Why, I don't know. You would have thought something like Invasion had been done. But Terence Dicks didn't particularly like the Cybermen, so they never really got to see him. Except for 5 Doctors. Sorry, stand corrected. The third Doctor did meet the Cybermen. But this chest unit dates all the way back. Now, I know this chest unit because it's been on the Prop Builders website and a few other places. There's one of them still in existence. Now, it's dates all the way back to, I think, might be wrong here, but I think it's Wheel in Space. So that's deep into Troughton's time. That really is deep into Troughton's time. It's on The Invasion. It's on, and it's definitely in the Tomb of the Cybermen. So the Tomb of the Cybermen, this is the same chest unit. In Invasion, this bit that's now gold, I think it was just filled with guns. That was a light, as was where the guns are now. That was just a light as well. But yeah, this is a bunch of pathetic tin soldiers scuttling about the galaxy in an ancient spaceship. You've got nothing, as said Tom. And yeah, these are literally made up out of scraps in the BBC stores and what was on the shelf. The helmet, I think they would have had earlier helmets. I think there is promo pictures, you see the earlier helmets, but these are the Invasion helmets. They're just with tubing added, which is the same tubing here. Guns built in is pretty cool, although, you know, having a separate gun is equally cool. One of my favourite designs. It's a new wetsuit. I prefer this chunkier design to the Invasion, because the Invasion is like this skinny, you know, sort of wetsuit, and it just looks a bit ridiculous to me. They look fragile, whereas this is a big, chunky, deep space. You will be like us. You know, this is quite terrifying. I quite like these Cybermen. I like the design. The leader head there is that's a helmet I would like to get eventually. That one there, that is definitely a helmet I would like to get eventually. But as you can see, that yeah, they're quite menacing. And it also came with this, the giant snake. Now, these weren't the little bugs of the 60s, which did look a bit weird, to be honest. And this is a little bit huge. It's supposed to be sneaky and infiltrate and go through the air ducts and things and jump on you and poison you. So it's a bit big for that purpose, but I suppose. And then this is nice, all the gunmetal underneath and all the tubing. Why is this gold? Must be when Tom Baker, the Doctor, went back on Nerva and shoved cold in it so it would attack the Cybermen. Like that. But yeah, I like the design. If this could have been a bit smaller, it would have been better. I'll just stand him up again. So yeah, there's a lot of history here. You know, and if you're no interest in the history side of things and you just want a decent set of Cybermen, and especially to go with your Tom Baker Doctor, I don't think you could do any worse, really. I mean, this is a very nice set of Cybermen. It's a shame we didn't get to keep the backdrop, because you could have put the backdrop behind it and you would have been able to have something nice for them to stand on. You could maybe put Tom Baker in there, the Doctor in there, and there's Sarah Jane figure now you could put in there. But you know, it's not like the good old packaging, and it's that boring white, plain, cheap packaging. I mean, can't afford printing anymore. I mean, you compare it to this. I mean, oh look, colour. Actual images from the serial itself instead of just boring text on the back. Oh no, hang on. We have text on the back and we have images on the back. See, there's that famous picture. Look. I'll just hold that there so you can pause it if you want. So to me, that's graphic. That's got something about it. Just bring him over to have a look at him. Yeah, absolutely superb. Focus. Yeah, there's no paint bleed there, or really well made. It's ironic, really. It's so like the I like the fact. Look at the back there. There's the screw right in the middle of the helmet where they screwed the poor boys in. Imagine that being stuck for 8 hours a day in this suit, essentially a wetsuit, screwed into a helmet under the BBC's hot lights. Couldn't have been good. Yeah, the BBC have gone cheap with their packaging these days, which is a shame, because that's what we did have. This came out about 10 years ago, was it? Something like that. Whoa, maybe something like that. Let's move these out of the way. It's about 10 years ago. That's the reason why I never opened that. It just looks great. There's the new Cyberman compared to the old. That's what the Cyberman should have. It should have that, let's move him out of the way a minute. It should have that red tip. Just remembered. So, yeah. Cyberman from Revenge of the Cybermen. B&M's. So there you go. All in place. Looks right. I wish we had, the only thing is I wish we had that bomb controller, the briefcase that they carried. I think that would be a very nice addition. If we could add that to it, I think that was the only thing I think we're missing. Otherwise, yeah, one on the shelf, done.